Hi fellow pregnant mamas, I just wanted to talk to you about the gestational diabetes test. As you know, keeping blood sugar under control during your pregnancy is very important, and around the week 28 they ask you to do this glucose test where you have to drink 50 grams of glucose in one shot. Normally it's kind of like a Lucozade kind of drink, and then you get your blood tested an hour later to see how your insulin is reacting. If your insulin is not working very well, then you could cause some serious damage to yourself and the baby. So it's important to keep this under control. I, however, being a holistic nutritionist, didn't opt for this horrible drink, and I went with this, which is the Freestyle Libre continuous glucose monitor, which goes in my arm for 14 days, and it has an app that is connected to. So it's super interesting because then every time I eat something an hour later, I can swipe my phone across it and see what my blood glucose is doing, which is great basically. So I've been working with the Chelsea and Westminster Diabetic Centre here, and I'm apparently the first person to have requested to do this. You don't get it on the NHS, you do have to buy the sensor yourself. It's around £50, but I think it's highly worth it just so you can see what you eat and how your blood sugar reacts. I take measurements 4 times a day, morning when I wake, and then 1 hour after every meal. And that's it. Then I input it into their system as well, the readings, and they check that I am on par with everything that it's supposed to be. So I highly recommend this. You can just manage yourself and get to know how your blood sugar reacts to all the things that you love to eat. So it's fascinating. So, for example, I thought maybe all the coconut water that I was drinking would raise my blood sugar quite high, but actually it really doesn't. But everybody's body will be different, and how your body reacts to certain carbohydrates and maybe ice creams and things like that. So it's important for your management, your health and your baby's health, that you keep everything in track and within this range. I think the low range was about 3.8 up to 7.8. If I went over 7.8 3 times within the 2 weeks, then I would have to have a proper test, like the blood test, done with them, and that would be a high alert. But I didn't go over it once, didn't even come anywhere near it, to be honest with you. So super cool, and highly recommend it as an option if anyone's sort of interested more in the health and nutrition, how their body works. It's just fascinating. I think I might even do it again in another 2 weeks just to see where I'm at, and it's cool to know. Knowledge is power. So just so you can see, I've taken it off, and this is it. It's got tiny, I can't really see it there. You can see a tiny little needle, and that's what stays in you for 14 days. And then this is like the sticky bit. You can get stickers that go over the top if it comes loose a bit, but mine was perfectly good, and you can shower and swim and do everything in it. And now this is how it looks. So there's a little bit of a pin mark basically, and I'll just wipe that off with a baby wipe, and we're done. So if you have any questions, just give me a shout, and if I can help at all, I will. But it's definitely a cool option, and I loved it. So I'm going to take it off now. One last thing while I remember is that this doesn't hurt at all to have it in. You can't even feel it. So for the knowledge and the information and the tracking results that it gives you, it's well worth it. And just so you know what you're looking for, this is the box, the Freestyle Libre, and then you download the app from the App Store. It's all free. This isn't free, it's about £50, and good luck.